Hello there, speed duelists, and welcome back to another tournament review. Today we are doing Speed Duel Showdown 157. We had 11 players, and remember, these tournaments take place every Sunday night on DuelingBook. They are free to enter. You can win like a dono code. So yeah, next week you could be one of the players. As I said, 11 players, so 10 matches to go through. Let's start things off with Amiibo Pimp versus J-Rock. And if I'm not mistaken, J-Rock is the guy who took it last week. And he is again on Neos Patience. Or should I say Neos. Amiibo Pimp is on an interesting mix of Amazonas and Harpies. And it might seem strange, but this skill Tribal Unity basically treats your Harpies as Amazonas and the other way around. And you can make them also like gain attack. So yeah, pretty interesting skill. Amazonas Call lets Pimp search for the Princess, and that searches Onslaught. So even though both of these cards are on the list, they are still searchable. 3 back row to work through for J-Rock here. And he's gonna start things off with Galaxy Cyclone hitting the Hysteric Party, which thanks to the skill can also reborn. Yeah, also reborn Amazonas, because this skill affects the graveyard and the fields. Next up is Neos and a normal summon of the Grand Mole, following up with Offerings to the Doomed. So he's gonna try to make a big push for game here. That's 900, that's 25. But oh, Roulette Spider. When the opponent attacks you, you roll a die and you get one of these 6 different effects. So let's see how lucky Amiibo Pimp is. 1, that just halves your life points and it doesn't negate the attack. So I think he just loses here, right? So life points are halved. The attack still connects. Yeah, that is game. Roulette Spider absolutely ruining it for Amiibo Pimp here. Unfortunate. I was hoping to see more of this spicy brew. J-Rock has to go first, and he has Fossilina set. It looks like Amiibo is opening more of their Harpy cards, but he's still gonna go for the Amazon Skull. Oh, adding the Heirloom from all the way back in the first starter decks. He already has the Princess, searches the Onslaught. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty big. On attack Declaration, Princess discards a card to special summon the Queen. But now the Fossil Dyna gets flipped, destroying the Queen. And the Heirloom will destroy the Fossil Dyna. Play is back to J-Rock, who has an amazing hand actually. Let's see whether they play it out to its fullest potential. Hero lifts Chainlink 1, Double Cyclone Chainlink 2 to get rid of the Heirloom. And this should be a Prisma. Why is it not loading? Anyway, Prisma is gonna send Neos. It's gonna set 1 card. So notably choosing not to go for the Neos in hand. That would have made his Champion's Vigilance life. So I don't know about this. Yeah, here the Vigilance just gets sniped by the Hunting Grounds. And choosing not to use the skill to be able to attack over Prisma. So let's see. This Prisma does load. And J-Rock uses both the Prisma's effects. And is going for the Contact Fusion of the Grand Neos. Which is going to bounce the Chandler. And attack directly for 2500. In the end phase it's gonna tag out. But there is no Neos left in deck, so the skill cannot trigger. Yeah, Hunting Ground forced to pop itself. And now Amiibo is gonna pump the Chandler, and that is going to be enough to attack for game. So we're going to a game number 3 in a Harpy Amazonas versus Neos. Let's see who takes it. I see that J-Rock has a pretty good opening hand. Amiibo Pimp has a pretty good opening hand as well. So let's see who plays their hand out the best. Call Princess Onslaught. We've been here before. And setting the roulette spider again. J-Rock drawing Galaxy Cyclone. That's gonna take out one of the back row. And it is the roulette spider, unfortunately. But J-Rock has a lot of cards in hand, a lot of powerful cards. Starting off with Hero Lifts to summon Prisma. That's gonna send Neos. Next up is Monster Reborn to reborn that Neos. And he still has a normal summon. So he could go for Grand Mole. Yeah, is that enough? So Grand Mole going to attack the Princess, gonna bounce both of them. And now, yeah, Amiibo just gets to special summon that Princess. So, maybe you should have gone for the Grand Neos. I don't know. Neos connects for 2500 points of damage. And Amazonas Skull is going to search out Amazonas Spellcaster. Target an Amazonas monster you control and a phase monster the opponent controls. And the original attack of those targets gets flipped. And you see, he only has Harpies in his hands. But on the field, they will become Amazonas. So, this is going to be quite the play. Queen adding Hunting Rounds. And he's going to use Hunting Round to destroy his own Onslaught, and that triggers, gets a special summon back Princess. So it wasn't looking very good for Amiibo, but he's completely back in control of the game. Yeah, he's gonna swap the attack, and J-Rock scooping it up. So Amiibo Pimp making it on to the next round with Harpy Amazonas. Very cool to see. Next up, we're gonna see Ice Salty Ali versus Game Brain. And Ice Salty Ali is on, you know, a regular Dark Magician deck. But Game Brain, he's on a Spirits, Shinato. Let's see how this works out for him. Salty Ali gonna draw some cards with Allure of Darkness and banishing the Kaiku. Okay, Game Brain is gonna normal summon Asura Priests and bounce it back in the end phase, not risking the Magic Karibo, not leaving a monster out for the Dark Magician to be special summoned. And next turn, since he summoned a Spirit Monster this turn, he can additional normal summon that Spirit Monster next turn as well. So let's see whether Ice Salty Ali can capitalize on this slower game. Here is a Tribe Infecting Virus. Are we gonna see Asura Priest attacking Tribe Infecting Virus? Some goat control shenanigans. Game Brain gonna start things off with Senju of the 10,000 Hands searching Shinato's Arc? No, Benton, right? And Game Brain is considering, do I go for the funny play or the good play? He's gonna additional normal summon the Asura Priests. And he's gonna ritual summon Shinato, King of a Higher Plane. So Shinato's Arc has no additional effects, but Shinato, if it destroys a defense position monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, it does attack equal to the it does damage equal to the attack. So yeah, that's definitely a 2004 effect right there. And that is going to be enough to attack for game. So Game Brain on Ritual Shinato taking game number 1. Very cool to see. In this second game, Game Brain has to go first, but he has the Swords of Revealing Light to stall it out. Gonna show the Asura Priest and pass turn. And Salty Ali gonna commit the Kaiku. Again, Game Brain making his skill live. Yeah, by summoning the Asura Priest. It's kind of like the spirit monster goes into the arc and comes back next turn, right? Salty Ali has no way to clear this this sort of revealing light, so he's just gonna have to set another card and pass. Game Brain drawing Otohime. When it's normal summon or flip face up, you can change one face up monster's battle position. Okay, spicy tech. Otohime normal summoned, and he's gonna put that Magic Rebo in attack position. But it has to be face up, so unfortunate. So Kaiku will be switched to defense mode, and Asura Priest, as the additional normal summon, will run over both of them. And the end phase, both of them go back to the hands. There is still a turn on Swords. And the Spirit Monsters come out and go back. And Swords is gonna keep Game Brain's life points safe. Game Brain not drawing Senju. So he has the potential to go for a big push. The skill lets you... Yeah, additional normal summon. I thought he was using one of the other effects. Oh, he is using the effect to add... Ah, yeah, you can add the Shinato or the ritual spell, then put a card back. So that is what we're going to see here. The Asura Priest is returned, and Shinato's Arc gonna tribute Benten and Otohime. Benten triggers, adding Asura Priest. It is a light fairy, so that works out. And the skill, I think when you tribute a spirit monster for a ritual... Ah no, when you just have the Shinato on the field, you can add back a spirit monster. He's gonna try to make a big push. Attacking with Asura Priests. Attacking with Shinato, but that is going to be blocked by Magic Rebo. Gonna bring out that Dark Magician. That's gonna be 800 damage, and this, yeah, it does damage when it destroys a defense position monster. So we had to summon the Dark Magician and attack there. So Senju's attack is gonna put Salty Ali at 100 life points. In the end phase, we see Asura Priest returning. Ah, strange that he didn't set enemy controller. Let's see if it matters. Allure, special summon Dark Magician, and here's the Dark Magic attack. Combined with the Tribe Infecting Virus, that is gonna wipe the board. Very unfortunate, forgetting to set the enemy controller. We're going into game number 3. Salty Ali has to go first, and he has nothing, so just has to pass the turn. And Game Brain has the Asura Priests. He's not gonna attack, play around the Magic Rebo. Yeah, very controlled, because if he attacked into Magic Rebo, he has no defense, so any extra normal summon would have been game there. But I'm afraid now Game Brain has to start making big plays. He's gonna add the Shinato's Arc and put back Asura Priests. The normal summon is used on Senju, but no, this cannot add Asura Priests, right? Yeah, so they are gonna repair that. Ah, yeah, and instead the Shinato's Arc is gonna be used. And Benten does get to add Asura Priests. Then Senju comes down. The skill is activated for the additional summon of Asura Priests. and is gonna commence the onslaught. So here we see Asura Priest destroying Tribe Infecting Virus, some Goat Control Classic. Shinato will be stopped by Magic Kuribo, Sphere Kuribo, and Senju will be stopped by Magic Kuribo. But look at this, Ali's hand is insane. Gonna use the skill to add another copy of Magic Kuribo. Thousand Knives will take out the Shinato. And Gaiku is gonna rub some extra salt in the wound. That is game, so unfortunately it ends here for Spirits, but Dark Magician moves on to the next round. Next up, myself against Paradoxo. I haven't seen this name in these tournaments yet, but it looks like they are on dice. And as you guys can see, I'm bringing something that I'm experimenting with. Tomato toolbox, let's see. Paradoxo, shout out if you're watching, because you do say that you're a regular viewer of the channel. Book of Moon is gonna put the Snipe Hunter face down. I don't want to have to deal with yeah, possible armed dragons being discarded. And I'm gonna commence my my onslaught. Normal summon Tomato, set the Haunted Shrine, and I'm gonna try to get in with Spirit Reaper, and that randomly discards the armed dragon, so I'm yeah, I'm still screwed. In the end phase, Dicefoon takes out my set Haunted Shrine, but that's fine. The reason I'm playing this is to be able to have some defense against the very aggressive dice deck. So it's okay if it gets destroyed. Armed Dragon level 10 white is gonna come down, adding the white veil. And here, yeah, it's unfortunate for me that he adds the Snipe Hunter and normal summons it. Otherwise, this creature swap would have been delicious. He's just gonna go for big damage, destroying my Tomato. And I'm at 100 life points. Let's see if I can get out of this. I use Shadow Reborn. I'm not sure whether this is like the best possible skill for the deck, but for the first time I was rolling with this one. I pay 50 life points, and I'm gonna bring back my Tomato, and I'm gonna steal the Snipe Hunter. I'm gonna attack over my Tomato and bring out another. And I bring out Sangan, trying to survive, but unfortunately Paradoxo has the Foolish Burial to put another armed dragon in the graveyard, and yeah, Book of Moon wasn't gonna save me here. I make Paradoxo go first in the next game, and my side deck is showing up. Very nice, very nice. So he's gonna add Dicefoon, set 2 cards, and I'm just gonna go for it. Normal summon Spirit Reaper, set my back row, and try to attack directly, but Book of Moon is gonna flip Spirit Reaper face down. Dicefoon is gonna snipe nothing, but he's gonna try again. And now it gets to snipe, unfortunately hitting the Mind Crush. That would have been pretty big if it's connected. Snipe Hunter is gonna take out my set. He knows it's Spirit Reaper, so cannot attack over it. And I'm gonna push in for some damage. I draw a new Mind Crush, so I'm just gonna set Tomato and pass there. Dicefoon gonna come down, but yeah, again, it hits my Mind Crush, missing the Wake in the Dragon. Very unfortunate for me, but I do get Mystic Tomato off, and it's gonna summon New Doria. I summon a Zombina. Unfortunately, this is not a dark, but again, it felt like a monster that can protect me from getting OTK'd by decks like the Armed Dragons. I'm gonna try to crash my New Doria and get aggressive, but Book of Moon stops that. So yeah, here he makes the decision to destroy my New Doria with Snipe Hunter. But yeah, I don't mind because I have Zombina keeping me safe, which is going to reborn Mystic Tomato. Creature swap coming in, and now Snipe Hunter attacks over my own tomato, and I get to summon a new tomato. Normally this is super nice because you can then get Spirit Reaper or Danzaluk and push in for some damage, but nope, unfortunately not seeing any cards in the opponent's hand. Let's head into game number 3. And I start off with Allure, gonna banish Wall of Illusion. Wall of Illusion, I'm taking one of. It's a tomato target and it synergizes really well with Mind Crush, so why not? Paradoxo, gonna start off with the skill. Dicefoon is gonna snipe my Haunted Shrine yet again. Oh no, it misses, so my shrine stays on the field. But Paradoxo, yeah, he's playing under the old Forbidden Unlimited list still, so he is still on the Volcanic Shells. No harm, DuelingBook isn't enforcing the new list yet. But he's gonna burn through those shells, try to destroy my shrine, which lets me reborn Spirit Reaper, but then, yeah, Snipe Hunter gets to destroy the Reaper. I'm gonna switch Snipe to defense position so that Nudoria can run over it. But there is a Book of Moon. Very annoying. And here, Paradoxo, yeah, admits defeat. I think it was too soon, but yeah, if he thinks it's time to admit defeat, I'll just respect that. Next up, we have Hopeful Enthusiast versus Amiibo, who is on the Harpy Amazoness deck. And we've seen Hopeful Enthusiast before. He was playing against the Stall Strings deck that we saw last week. And he is back with his Royd's Sauce. But unfortunately, his Overload Fusion is gonna be sniped. Amazoness Call, adding Amazoness Heirloom, and this works because of the skill, so this monster is gonna be destroyed. Again, unfortunate because it was a Mixeroid. And in the standby phase, Hopeful Enthusiast has to resolve the Mirage of Nightmare. Strange that he didn't go for the double Cyclone. But anyway, he's gonna commit Prisma, send Cyber Dragon, and just pass the turn. Hopeful Enthusiast drawing 4 cards. And Amiibo choosing not to attack the Prisma. Okay, let's see where this goes. In the standby phase, Mirage of Nightmare resolves. Unfortunately, there is no Jinzo in the graveyard for Jinzo Returner. And a Card Trooper is gonna be brought out, mill some more cards. And I'm sure Hopeful Enthusiast is gonna try to make a big play at some point. He's again drawing 4 cards with Mirage of Nightmare. And Amiibo still not attacking, both players being very controlled here. And Mirage of Nightmare once again makes Hopeful Enthusiast cycle through his hand. Still no Jinzo. Bad luck, I guess. Medora is then used to banish the Amazoness Call. And oh, he already has 17 cards in the graveyard. So he can use the effect of Exchange of the Spirits. And yeah, Amiibo Pimp has no cards in the deck. So we're seeing that resolve. DuelingBook should really make like a button for this. But Amiibo not scooping. Is he hoping to do something big? I don't know. No, that was indeed the game. So both players just showing us how annoying it is to resolve Exchange of the Spirits. So that DuelingBook sees this video and adds a button for it, right? Anyway, Amiibo gonna start up with Queen for Hunting Grounds, Call for Heirloom, and choosing not to activate Hunting Ground yet, because this specifically needs Harpy Lady to trigger. So even though Amazoness Princess is now a Harpy, it's not a Harpy Lady. Prisma is going to be used to send a Cyber Dragon to the graveyard. And it's going to attack straight into Amazoness Archers. So that is going to flip everything up. So everything will have to attack into this Amazoness Heirloom. That's pretty unfortunate. But nice combo, nice combo. Swords of Revealing Light is still keeping Hopeful Enthusiasts safe. He still has one more turn of that. And now Hopeful is going to be using their skill to get Mirage of Nightmare in rotation. Monster Reborn is going to let him bring back Prisma and send another Cyber Dragon to the graveyard. Okay, okay. Setting Overload Fusion. And now drawing 4. I wonder where this is going. We've seen this is the second time we're seeing Hopeful Enthusiast, but I still don't really know where the deck is headed. Hysteric Party is going to be able to bring back all of the Harpies, but Medora is going to stop that, as well as putting one Cyber Dragon back. Here is Amazoness Onslaught. Is that already gonna be game? No, no, barely not, barely not. And Sphere Kuribo keeping Hopeful Enthusiasts safe. Prisma is once again gonna send that Cyber Dragon to the graveyards, and now we're gonna see a big Overload Fusion. And that is gonna work because Prisma is Cyber Dragon. So 1, 2, 3. That's gonna be a 2400 Over Dragon. And we are gonna see Drillroid taking care of Amazoness Queen. Over Dragon takes care of Chandler, but it does get banished because of a Onslaught. In fact, both of them get banished by Onslaught. This triggers after damage calculation, and Drillroid is before damage calculation. So I'm not sure whether Drillroid gets banished. Ah no, the players are setting that straight, or they're not. Yeah, the Drillroid stays, yeah. Queen gets summoned to pop the back row, the Roulette Spider. Yeah, he's definitely going for it. The Drillroid gets banished now. Princess gets in, and Hopeful is gonna need something pretty good to get out of this. He's gonna discard Jinzo during the draw phase. And he has no battle phase because of his skill. Will the players notice this? It seems like they are missing that. Ah no, Hopeful cannot attack. They realized it just in time. But I think Amiibo has enough to just attack for game, right? Yeah, no Sphere Kuribo to save our Hopeful Enthusiast here. So heading on to game number 3. And I think this is the first of our top 8 matches. So after this and 3 more matches, we'll go on to top 4. Prisma sending Cyber Dragon. Harpy Queen gonna attack over the Prisma. A very slow start here. Although I think Amiibo could have gone a bit more aggressive with like the Chandler. But it's Hopeful's turn to be aggressive. He's gonna summon Cyber Dragon, then Card Trooper. And is that just game? Let's see. Ah no, it's only 2100 damage. So barely surviving, barely surviving. So now Amiibo has to go onto the offensive. He has Harpy Chandler. And is gonna boost the attack with the skill. Is that permanently? Yeah, that is permanently. So trying to attack over the Trooper. That's not gonna work. Hopeful Enthusiast slamming down the Jinzo. And that is enough for game. So we see Hopeful Enthusiast on his machine Minestrone advancing to the top 4. Let's see. Next up we have Max Beer versus Domoski. And it seems like both of these players are on some yeah, can I say jank? Something spicy. Let's put it like that. Let's see what they are bringing to the table exactly. Max Beer starting off with the Professor of Alchemy skill, which lets you banish a monster from the hand or field to summon an alchemy token, and that token can attack directly. So it's a bit more of a stally, grindy deck. And Domoski is on some kind of Blue Eyes build. Max Beer summoning DD Survivor, banishing it to summon another token. So that is gonna come back in the end phase. And Domoski is gonna have to start getting aggressive now. Here is Sonic Bird. Adding White Dragon Ritual. Man, I remember loving this card as a kid. White Dragon Ritual gets used, tributing one paladin for another. And Sonic Bird attacking a token, but Quaking Mirror Force. That's yeah, very disruptive. So Sphere Repo gets normal summons. So Max Beer gets his 3rd alchemy token, attacking for 15 now. And yeah, it looks like Domoski is gonna use Shadow Reborn, special summon the Paladin, but that's not gonna be enough. That's not gonna be enough. So Max Beer on the Professor of Alchemy deck, taking game 1. Opening hands for game 2 looks a lot better for Domoski, who chose to go first. Interesting. Here is White Dragon Ritual. And I think I'm starting to see where he's going with the Shadow Reborn skill. Here is Paladin, and it can tag out for a Blue Eyes. And he could now use Shadow Reborn to bring back Paladin. Yeah, and potentially tribute that for another Blue Eyes. Or is it only from a hand or deck, and he's probably just on 2 copies? Cosmic Cyclone taking out the Vigilance, and Max Beer has the Quaking Mirror Force again. So I think this might be a very one-sided game number 2, unfortunately. Max Beer attacking with his Alchemy token for 500. And Domoski, he's drawing Champion's Vigilance. So if he chooses to be very controlled, and he could still be in this game, but I don't think he would play around the Quaking. He is playing around the Quaking. That's cool, that's cool, love to see it. Sonic Bird attacking right into it. But Max Beer has Rota for Survivor and banishes a face-up Survivor for another token. And these tokens are just gonna go in for 1000 damage. Let's see. I'm afraid for Domoski that this is a Curtains. Yeah, Sphere Grebo is gonna protect the tokens. And Max Beer moving on to the top 4. We need 2 more players for the top 4, and one of them is going to be either I Salty Ali or just Azusa, 2 very frequently seen names. And it looks like Azusa is again on Battle City Siren, like we've seen her do plenty of times. Both players just passing their turn. I Salty Ali gonna finally summon Kaiku. And Azusa is gonna commit her Red Eyes Baby Dragon. She's gonna equip it with the Black Metal Dragon for 600 extra attack points. So that is gonna try to attack over the Kaiku. Is Ali gonna allow that? No, he has Sphere Kuribo. Salty Ali has Tribe Infecting Virus. Is it gonna connect? No, it's gonna get flipped down immediately by Book of Moon. Ali not wanting to attack into the baby dragon. So I wouldn't be surprised if Azusa just crashed it herself. The baby dragon attacking over the tribe. The other one trying to attack over Kaiku. This should be on... Ah no, 12 plus 6 is 18. Mathematics are not my strong point. But yeah, that is going to bring out the Gearfried. And the Black Metal Dragon is going to search for another copy of Gearfried. I Salty Ali is happily going to take that damage. And in the end step of the battle phase, yeah, correct timing. Using Magic Rebo to bring out the ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense. Is there anything still in the end phase? Yes, Salty Ali is immediately gonna get rid of this Dark Magician, which is gonna allow I Salty Ali to add back Magic Rebo, but he's still not in a great position. I think he might have to summon one of his Greebos and crash. Ah no, he's just gonna set his spare Magic Rebo, but another Blast with Chain. Gearfried is gonna destroy that, and just Azusa is gonna pump up the other Gearfrieds. And it looks like I Salty Ali is gonna admit defeat there. Strange, they did still have like a Magic Rebo left, but they might have seen the writing on the wall. I Salty Ali going second, and Azusa is choosing not to commit anything. Allure of Darkness is gonna pick up a Tribe Infecting Virus. He could commit that, yeah, for a bit of chip damage. Very important in the Dark Magician deck. Battle City Siren, the skill, is going to be used to put the Tribe Infecting Virus in defense mode, so that Fossil Dyna can run over it. So, yeah, a bit of a painful floodgate for the Dark Magician deck. Especially with so much back row behind it. So it looks like Azusa is going to run with game number 2 and advance to the top 4. Our last player for the top 4 is gonna be that guy, or this guy, because I'm playing that guy in our top 4 match, and this was a long one, As you can see, that guy is no longer on dice, he is now on Gaia. And yeah, even though he told me this as we were having a bit of banter, I was not gonna blind mind crush that. No, would have felt unsportsmanship-like. But now he flips Knight of Legends, and now I should have blind mind crushed. But alas, I don't, and he punishes with the Night Beam. So he's gonna bring out the Gaia. He's gonna equip it with the Solitary Sword of Poison. If you only have one monster, it doubles that monster's attack, and this is just gonna attack for over 4,000 points of damage. So unfortunately, I'm losing game 1. Didn't get to show off my my strats. But I'm now making him go first. And I am gonna allure, banish the Reaper, and trying to go in with Danzaluk. And Danzaluk is gonna poke in for 1400 points of damage. And randomly discards a Book of Moon. So here I prematurely flip Mind Crush. And I'm calling Gaia the Fierce Knight, the normal monster. But he doesn't have it, so I have to discard my Wall of Illusion. Very sad, very sad. Charging Gaia is normal summoned. Remember this guy from the beatdown meta in, what was it? 2019? Or was it after the plague? Something like that. Anyway, charging gets over Danzaluk. And unfortunately, skill doesn't trigger because you need to do piercing damage for that effect to work. I try to draw some extra cards with Allure, but I'm not seeing the stuff I need. That guy has Night Beam. I'm fine with that, sniping the Haunted Shrine. And here... yeah, there's a bit of discussion, but charging Gaia's original attack becomes 19, and the sword doubles that to 38. So here I'm gonna take 26 damage, and Nudoria takes out the Gaia. I have the tomato, so I'm gonna normal summon that, and just poke in for the 14 damage while I can. He's on only 1200. But another charging Gaia is gonna allow him to get back into the game, attack over my Tomat. And that is just 400 life points left for me. And I need to draw an out to Gaia. I draw Book of Moon, but I have the Sphere Kuribo. And here I'm gonna fast forward a bit, because I have not one Sphere Kuribo. I have not two Sphere Kuribos. I draw all 3 of my Sphere Kuribos in a row. And finally, I even have to use my Book of Moon. So we see lots of hand traps from my side and all the hand traps from that guy's side. Yeah. Book of Moon is keeping me alive. And I finally draw Creature Swap. So I'm gonna try to crash my tomatoes, but he also has a Book of Moon to keep him in the duel. I'm gonna summon with Tomats my Spirit Reaper and try to hold on, but most of my monsters are gone, so yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a stall fest. I'm gonna speed things up here, but it's not looking good for me. I'm holding on for dear life, and this was a good moment. Night Beam hits Waken the Dragon, and I get to summon out Thousand Eyes Restrict. So now just a bit more, and I have to get one attack through with my Restricts, but he has the Sphere Kuribo. And here he has Gaia, and I have no outs for it. So, spoiler alert, I am just gonna have to keep setting and passing. The second Wakened Dragon has no room to resolve, and I eventually lose a duel to deck out. With the opponent also having 0 cards in the deck. So that guy with Gaia moving on to the top 4. First match of the top 4, we have Hopeful Enthusiasts on his machine pile against Max Beer with the Professor of Alchemy. So Max Beer is gonna use Rota to grab Survivor, and that will be banished to summon the Alchemy token. Setting some back row. And a passing turn. So Hopeful Enthusiast has the big Mixeroid in defense position, but yeah, these tokens are just gonna attack past it. In the damage step, Max Beer is gonna use his token Stampede, so they will both gain 1000 attack and cannot be destroyed by battle. Very important. So since Stampede was activated in the damage step, the first 1500 is gonna go through. There's a lot of life points being changed, attack points being changed. And that is weird because... Ah yeah, chaining 1 double cyclone, chaining 2 emergency provisions. So he's gonna recuperate some life points as well as protecting his life points from the tokens. Mixeroid's gonna tag out into Drillroid. And just gonna try to attack over a token, but there's a Sphere Kuriboh. So it's not looking good for our hopeful boy. DD Destroyer will take out the Drillroid. And here, Swords of Revealing Light. Best possible top deck. Is there an out? No, there is no out. So Max Beer is gonna... Oh, this game. This game. Both players channeling their heart of the cards. And that is gonna be enough for the tokens to attack for game. So 1-0 to Max Beer. Let's see whether Hopeful Enthusiast gets his combo off in the next game. He is starting off with Rota for Survivor and Survivor for a token. That's the classic play the Zek likes to make. And Max Beer summons a token in defense. Yeah, you can do that. Okay. No harm done. Enthusiast starting things off with Mirage of Nightmare. And Prisma is not going to be allowed to send Cyber Dragon. Hopeful gets to draw 2 cards. And Max Beer is going to banish DD Scout Plane from the hand to summon another token. But here he is going to eat some damage. And Prisma is going to be kept alive by Sphere Kuriboh. Hopeful now does draw Cyber Dragon, but yeah, he has to discard 2 cards, apparently. Luckily, the Overload Fusion is safe. So I think we might see a big sweep. Yeah, Overload Fusion. Gonna send all of these cards to the graveyards and just attack both tokens. Nice, nice. You love to see it. Overload Fusion, one of those classic bombs. Amazing. So, it's going into game number 3. And Hopeful gets to start things off with Mirage of Nightmare. So that's good. He gets to cycle through his deck. Max Beer again with the Rota for Survivor. And I think Destroyer only... Ah, it does destroy face-up cards. Okay. But Max Beer is gonna take things slow. He has multiple Sphere Kuribohs to protect his life points, so yeah. In the end phase, Hopeful chooses to destroy his own, what's it called, Mirage. And we see him play Cyber Network. This is a cool card from the first Cyber Dragon structure deck. Let's see. It's sent from the field to graveyard. You get to summon back all of your banished light monsters. And then destroy all spell and traps you control. So, if this gets sent to the graveyard by Chimeratech Overdragon, it triggers that turn. Unfortunately, it takes away your battle phase, but you'll be left with a strong field. So, I'm anxious to see where this will go. Cyber Dragon, attributed for Jinzo. It's gonna try to attack over the token, but Sphere Kuriboh says no. DD Destroyer gets summoned and banished, and that will let Max Beer destroy the Jin Zone. Waboku does keep him alive. Here is the Overload Fusion, but not enough machines. If he had one more machine, he would have been able to make a big play, but unfortunately none. So, gonna pass the turn, gonna pass the turn, gonna pass the turn. Some Mystic Mind gameplay here. The skill gets used, so drawing 2 and discarding 1 of those. And Max Beer still locked behind swords for 1 turn. And let's see, in the draw phase, the field effect of Cyber Network will be activated, and that lets you... Yeah, on the field it just lets you banish a light machine monster from your deck. So where is this going? Aha! Overload Fusion is now gonna banish 3 machines. Cyber Network will be cleared and will bring back Cyber Dragon. But he has no battle phase this turn. Yeah. But it seems like the players are missing that. And Quaking Mirror Force again being huge. Here is Token Stampede. That's gonna make the tokens really big. And thanks to the skill, there is a 3rd token. So that's a total of 4,500 attack points on the field that can attack directly. But luckily, Hopeful has not 1, but 2 Sphere Kribos. So he's gonna live another turn. Unfortunately, Max Beer has Sphere Kribos as well, so it's gonna be tough to fight through this. And Future Fusion just comes hopelessly too late. And I think this is a concession from Hopeful Enthusiasts. So Max Beer with tokens, the Alchemy deck, will be our first finalist. The second finalist is going to be decided by this match. It's just Azusa on Red Eyes Siren against that guy on a Gaia. So let's see which knight is the strongest. That guy immediately getting super aggressive. And thanks to Shrink, that will just be enough for game. Right? No Sphere Kribo. So damage step. Shrink. That's game. So that's the second one he got that way. Very quick game number 1. Let's see how game number 2 turns out. Just Azusa gonna start things off with Gearfried, and this Metal Dragon is gonna be blocked through Book of Moon. Time for Night Beam, gonna destroy the offerings. Here comes Charging Gaia with the sword, so 38. And it's gonna attack with piercing damage into the Gearfried. Yeah, I could have used Blast with Chain in the damage step. Not sure why that wasn't played. But that guy now does piercing damage with Gaia, so is gonna draw 2, discard 1. And yeah, just Azusa isn't getting through this, so it will be that guy in the finals versus Max Beer. So 2 very unconventional decks squaring off in the finals. That guy will be forced to go first, and just passes. And Max Beer gonna start off again with Survivor, and gonna start pinching in some damage. In the end phase, DD Survivor is gonna return, and let's see how aggressive that guy is gonna get. Night Beam is gonna take out Quaking Mirror Force. And Gaia is gonna attack over the token, but there is Stampede, so that's gonna protect the token from being destroyed by battle. Reinforcements of the army gonna grab DD Destroyer. It is a warrior. It looks like a fiend, right? But it is a warrior. So that one, that's exactly what they're discussing in the chat as well. So DD Destroyer gets summoned and is allowed to be banished with the skill. No Book of Moon being used there. And DD Destroyer immediately gonna try to destroy Gaia, but Book of Moon is gonna protect the Gaia. So 3000 damage gets taken. Let's see whether that guy can mount a comeback, but no comeback. So on to game number 2. Guys, it's been a long video, so I want to take just a second to thank you for watching as we go into potentially the last game of the tournament. We see DD Survivor being banished to summon a token. Classic, although putting the token in defense mode is pretty dangerous. That guy has a not one, but 2 Night Beam for the 2 Quaking Mirror Forces. Book of Moon gets set and Gaia attacks over DD Survivor, so that is just gonna be hitting the graveyards. And yeah, on the summon of DD Destroyer, that guy does use Book of Moon. And this 500 damage connects. Now, entering the main phase, that guy chooses to flip his skill. He didn't do it earlier because if you have a Gaia on the field, you cannot activate your set spell or traps anymore. So that would have locked him out of playing the Book of Moon the way he did. Now Max Beer will Book of Moon, but unfortunately this is piercing damage and that will trigger the skill to draw to discard 1. And that guy being very confident that he won't be needing multiple Sphere Rebos. And he's gonna commit a 3rd Gaia monster. No, he won't. Maybe he should have, because that would have been game. But yeah, this is 14 damage, but it's looking very bad for Max Beer, drawing Judgment of Anubis, which can counter the Night Beams, but it's not gonna be of much use here, as we see that guy attacking for game with Gaia, the Fierce Knight, alternate artwork. Guys, now properly, thank you for watching. Oh no, Max Beer won game 1, so there is still a game left to be played. Sorry if I freaked you out, but there is a game left. Okay, final game of the tournament this time. That guy having to go first, I'm just gonna set a card. And that guy gonna use his DD Destroyer to establish a token and setting 3. That is a Twister set. So let's see whether that guy can do something with that. Choosing not to commit his charging Gaia yet. He's playing around all of that back row. He has seen the Quaking Mirror Forces. But now Max Beer is gonna... The Go tokens are annoying as tokens, he says. He wants the right of Aramis token. Okay, first token, declaring an attack. And in the damage step, token Stampede gets flipped. So this 1500 will connect. And Twister will take care of the token Stampede. So just 500 attack for the tokens. We're now gonna see Gaia. And that's gonna attack over the token. No Quaking Mirror Force on the field yet. But here, Max Beer can finish it with Zoma the Spirit. He can just crash this. But Sphere Rebo. So Yeah, the token attacked first. Ah yeah, and the token's attack is fine, but the Zoma's attack is not. And that guy has an excellent counter to Zoma here in the shape of a Book of Moon. But he's setting it. But the skill is not phase up yet, so no issues. Also, is it any Gaia or just the vanilla Gaia? That is a 400 damage times 2. Now it's Max Beer's turn again. And he's gonna use Cosmic Cyclone on the set Book of Moon. It's gonna be chained to flip Zoma face down and it's sent to the graveyards. Yeah, they are different from Paleozoics, but that is how it works. Professor of Alchemy gonna banish Sphere Creeper from the hand. Max Beer is gonna go for a Hail Mary attack. The first sphere stops the attack, but there is no second sphere. So we do see Max Beer coming out as the champion of this week's Speedle Showdown. Now for real, thank you for watching, for making it through this hour-long video. This was Ryan Atlas signing out. Bye.